What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 16 of my Total Warhammer 3 Nkari / Seducers of Slaanesh campaign. So as we saw last time, Nkari has basically reached the Palace of Slaanesh, and in fact as soon as we end the turn we should be able to head there and do that battle. He has been tempted by garbage, basically. Unfortunately for Slaanesh, I guess all of the stuff that we've gone through here is really not any kind of choice as compared to taking the soul. I really expected greater temptations than what we got, and per your guys' comments, it seems like there are indeed better ones that exist. It's just for whatever, you know, lucky reason, we didn't get any of the good ones. Oh well. Back in the home front, we have closed most of the rifts, though we do still have this one remaining, and I believe that's about it. Volcano's Heart might still get attacked by this rift as well, but I think it should be able to defend itself, even especially, I should say, if we send Syndancer to take care of it. In fact, we can send Syndancer around right now. We also got a fight with Mr. Helmrip over here, but unfortunately, we're going to have to delete him once again, because there's no reason to have him in here. Let's take away all his stuff. Sorry, Helmrip, I really need that mod that that allows you to reset skill points, because this is just gross. This is just gross. I don't know why you had to ruin an exalted keeper of secrets like this, but oh well. Disband you. This gives us a pretty decent amount of change back. I'd really like to get more armies on the field as well, though. I mean, considering how much territory we have, the fact that we can only field like 2 armies right now is still a little bit iffy. We had so much money in the beginning and now so little. Damn. It is unfortunate. Anyway, Felikish, you're going to move up here and you're going to try to close down that rift. And I believe that's about it. All of our agents have moved. We should also really try to look into getting some more of these guys vassalized, just so that they give us a little bit of extra tribute, because we can't trade, but I assume we do get tribute. Yeah. Oh wow, 73 per turn. Okay, we need some more powerful factions. Oh, 540 from the Bjornling though. Well, yeah, I guess these guys only have one territory. I wonder how much we would have gotten from the Greyling. Damn, I really regret that defensive alliance. Oh well. Now here's a question. I wonder if anybody knows, would we be able to cancel the agreement, the defensive alliance agreement with them, and then immediately vassalize them after?
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
Oh, we might actually be able to vassalize them at some point either way, but yeah, what if we were to break the defensive alliance? Now, they would probably not like us because of this, but we would still possibly be able to dominate. Anybody has any opinion on that course of action, do let me know. We got a bunch of other factions that we can still seduce at some point, and some of them we will be able to force to join us. However, it'll be Ostermark and Hawkland that we focus on first. We probably do want to be careful who we vassalize there, though, because if they're surrounded by our enemies, they're just going to get attacked and killed, and therefore we get nothing from them. So yeah, we'll try to do this with a faction that's relatively in good shape and not surrounded by our enemies. Anyway, well, let's end the turn. Let's proceed. We still got a Palace of Slaanesh to fight in, and I just want to double check here. Income from all buildings, local province. Well, not until we destroy the Broken Wheel and take their stuff, so I think we'll end the turn. Talzin Trigox, what are you doing? Do we care? You're starting to get closer to the central location, but I think we're okay for now. Terratus, the Broken Wheel. You'll be real broken soon when Nkari comes back and takes all your stuff. Although I'm willing to bet that Kairos won't be too fond of us once we take over his, well, I guess not rival. I think they're friendly. Once we take their stuff. Hey, Syndancer, you got more construction cost reduction. That's always a nice pickup. Then you're going to move into the Volcano's Heart as soon as you're able. And you, Felikish, let's move you here. I want that rift closed. And that's about it. Also, I decided that contrary to what I was originally doing with this Villa Tresca, we are going to keep her here. and we're going to use her to close rifts as they come up. What we should do as we get larger and larger territories, essentially have a permanent set of heroes on retainer throughout our territories, interspersed at strategic locations to close all rifts as they come up before we get those damn incursions. I really do find this an annoying ability. I feel like the devs didn't learn from everybody's dislike of the random army spawn in the middle of your territory thing in the Vortex campaign, or the race. Maybe they couldn't figure out a way to do this. I do like the actual battles for the souls, but I feel like the system could use some tweaks anyway. Well, I mean, all systems could use some tweaks in all games, so, you know, that's not saying much, is it? Anyway, you're gonna get some upgrades about now before we head down to that palace. Ooh, your melee defense is pretty damn high now. Yeah, these cultists are gonna be some damn strong fighters when everything is had, especially since they don't have any other tree. I'm gonna be curious to see what their final stats are gonna look like. You're gonna be more armor, you're gonna hit probably around 500 like a lord, you're gonna have a decent amount of blade shieldness, you could use a little bit more melee attack though. Interesting. Anyway, let's get to it. It's time. Oh wait, no, it's almost time. You are going to get some points in here. Now, we have Penumbral Pendulum and all the good spells maxed out, so is it finally time to make you a fighter? I mean, I still do use Enfeebling Foe periodically, but perhaps less so than the other stuff. You know what, let's start making you a fighter now. You do need some melee defense, especially. Ooh, we can also give you your Exalted Seeker Chariot. Now, here's the question. Do we give you the Secret Chariot, or do we put you on a... I think we actually put you on a steed instead. Like, yeah, you could... man, that's a hard decision. You could be with the Hellflayers, or you could be with the Heartseekers, essentially. That's the choice. Generally speaking, I feel like when they're on chariots, they're a little bit more fragile, or possibly a lot more fragile. This allows them to get away, but they don't have the mass, even though they do have the speed. You know, let's put him on the Exalted Seeker Chariot for now, and then if I change my mind, we might get the Steed of Slaanesh available as well. Plus, I guess she can lead the Hellslayers. Flayers, Slayers, whatever. Let's get to it. Alrighty, yeah, this is gonna probably take up the entire episode. These things always take forever. Now, ooh, yes, more soul grinders, more fiends, more keepers of secrets, all that will be summoned, but more importantly, the towers of Slaanesh are pretty damn great as compared to other towers. Ooh, I like how this guy has one glowing hand. Oh man, I wonder if I can get that on the Demon Prince, like the equivalent of this. That's pretty cool, I like that. I really like that. More particle effect. Well, I guess it's not really particle effects, but, you know, more glowy stuff. Anyway.
The Palace of Slaanesh, where the Dark Prince's harem resides. A full-on incursion is not desired or warranted. We need only penetrate its outer defenses, and the Courtesan shall reveal themselves. Begin at the Wall of Twisted Flesh. Disperse its defenders, and capture the Statue of Perfection. This will give you a foothold, and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead. There are 2 other statues you will need to capture, and so dominate the battle. Slaanesh senses your desire to slay his chosen prince. Channel this to your own advantage, not his.
Alrighty, time to get ourselves another soul. Although before we do that, let's take a look at what we've got going on here. Lots of statues. I guess, I swear I've seen other statues. This isn't the only statue, right? This cannot be the only statue here. I expected many, many statues in the Slaaneshi location. I guess they're also limited as to what exactly the kinds of statues they put on the map are, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oh, we got, wait, yeah, there we go. We got another statue here. I take it, okay, where we've got a demonette here. And then you appear to be a cultist, possibly a dark elf by the ears. Kind of hard to tell. Are the cultists that we have dark elves? It seems that they are. Oh, and we got another demonette down here. Oh, I didn't even see the second tier of the statues. Also, the plinth, or whatever you want to call this thing that they're standing on, does appear to be floating in the air. What else do we got here? I saw some kind of... we got a gate here. Oh, a little, chaos gate, but with a little sword here. Interesting, interesting. I'm absolutely loving all these maps. Once again, and I definitely have said this before, but the devs definitely went all out with with these particular maps and the chaos maps in general. Alrighty, now I did see another structure somewhere. I no longer remember where. We got that. Oh yeah, this thing. What do we have over here? What is this? Oh, it's got little claw thingies. It's like it's got those little crab claws, just like I guess sort of like the demonettes do, but otherwise, it's kind of unclear as to what exactly this structure might be and why it's in this little lake of, I don't know, perfume. I assume that these are all like perfume fogs and waterfalls and stuff, although this looks more like blood or wine or mix of blood and wine and perfume and other various things. Anyway, I think that's enough looking around, although I suppose we could keep on going. I don't know to what degree this actually annoys you guys. I just really enjoy taking looks at these maps before getting to them. Anyway, we have charged in. This is the first location. Nkari obviously has led the charge, but the enemy is only defending with a few units of demonettes, and they're going to just get run over and obliterated incredibly quickly, especially as we also have Heartseekers in here, not just Nkari. There we are, and they're basically just about dead like that. It only took, well, let's see, 40 seconds, so about 30 seconds, and probably they died much faster. Because our army actually had to move in as well. Now, even our own Exalted Demonettes have all not even arrived yet. Alrighty, I really feel like you should get buffs and possibly even be able to steal units when you're fighting within your own Chaos Realm or something like that. Yeah, people have definitely talked about getting buffs for these guys. Anyway, as I've mentioned it before, and as we saw when we got our first soul, the towers that belong to the Slaanesh faction are incredibly powerful. So we are going to build max towers, as opposed to some of the other campaigns where I didn't really bother building towers at all and went all for units. Ooh. Whatever this thing is, it's, there's some, like, steam or perfume or whatever coming out of that. Oh, we got another statue here. Lots of these cultists. Huh, yeah, it seems like lots and lots of elven cultists, judging once again by the ears, although, do the demonettes also have elf-like ears? They do seem to. Interesting. Or maybe that's just a Slaaneshi thing. Maybe regardless you have pointy ears. I'm actually, wait, curious here. Wait, stop moving. Regular demonettes, or, well, demonettes Heartseekers specifically. Do you have pointy ears? Yeah, they do. Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's just an all Slaaneshi thing, so maybe they're not Dark Elves, in fact. Anyway, we got a wall of twisted flesh here that we gotta go through, but first, we gotta go through wave 1. So here we go. As obviously we do every single time, we just blob up in the center and wait for the enemy come to us. They are obviously going to suffer pretty darn badly because unlike the Legion of Chaos towers, these towers are pretty damn strong. Look how quickly they kill units, and especially considering that these are Slaaneshi units, they move very quickly, as opposed to like Nurgle units, which move slow enough for even the garbage towers of the other factions to hit them. But yeah, damn, Slaaneshi towers are strong. I really feel like you should be able to pick which tower you get, or maybe get some kind of unique tower for the Legion of Chaos, because I'd really much rather have the Slaaneshi towers than any others, for obvious reasons. Oh, it looks like the enemy tries to charge in with some Seeker Chariots, but we are going to meet them with our Hellflayers plus Nkari. Good luck with that, Chariots. I guess one of the unfortunate things, once again, and I did just mention that in another campaign, one of the unfortunate things about fighting in the same realm that you're, well, from, I guess, is the fact that your units look identical to all the other units. You can't actually tell which units are attacking which doesn't make for great cinematic times, because all you can see is, well, the same-ish type demons clashing with each other. Though, I suppose if you're in the Coronate realm, that's literally what constantly happens all the time. And just bloodletters and other types of demons constantly attacking each other. Yeah, I can't even tell who's the enemy and who's not here. Alrighty, well, it looks like there's quite a few enemies, though our towers are doing a very decent job at depleting enemy numbers. We're down to 60% on the wave. Unfortunately for them, it's primarily regular Seekers and non-exalted Demonettes, and they're all just gonna get obliterated like this if they keep this up. And there we go, we got some kind of debuff going down, perhaps a Helm of Discord. Yes, indeed, it is a Helm of Discord, and everybody's charmed all over the place as well. Very, very nice. Oh, wait, are those Marauders? Oh, they actually got some Marauders in here. That's adorable. A little bit late for that to achieve anything. Now, we also do have Furies, which we could, in theory, send in. And yes, the Furies are able to dish out damage. Don't get me wrong. But because of their glass cannon thing, but they're glass cannons fighting glass cannons in that way, and that would just have them die. We are going to replace them eventually with a couple of soul grinders, but as we do not yet have access to that particular building or those units, there's no need to do so right now. Although obviously once they're gone, we will have no way to destroy towers. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of a problem. Although if we were facing enemy Slaaneshi towers, I'd be a lot more worried, and much more inclined to have the Furies take care of said towers. I.e., keep the Furies around for that particular purpose. And there we go, we're down to 5% of the wave remaining. I still couldn't, you can't even tell who's winning and who's losing here. Man, oh wow, look at all those chariots destroyed on the ground. Ooh, actually, I got something to say about that, but we'll see that in a few seconds. Those chariots, like those pieces of chariots destroyed on the ground. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage here, and we even sallied out on this side a little bit further away. But you know, the towers just provide so much support that this is pretty irrelevant. There we go. We can now move back as we are done. You gotta love just how quick the Slaaneshi armies move, though. It's absolutely nice. I couldn't think of the word there. Nice. Yeah, it's really, really helpful. It also makes it that these battles for the souls, they feel so much faster because your own army doesn't take about 8 years to get to each successive location, right? So yeah, I really like the Slaanesh army just because of that. I'm gonna use more Slaaneshi units in the Demon Prince campaign. And just for their speed, if nothing else. Alrighty, now we do have a few damage units, but obviously we can spend some supplies to heal them up to full or near to full. And this is what I was talking about. You see how there are a bunch of destroyed chariots here? Watch this. And Nkari and our own chariots are apparently stuck and can't move past those destroyed pieces on the ground. I have to purposely order Nkari to move over to this side to get out of this. Now, I remember in the Mazda Mundi Total Warhammer 2 campaign, he got stuck by a bunch of, on his gigantic frickin' dinosaur on Zlak, he got stuck. Yeah, see, they run and then they stop there. I didn't even know that these things actually existed, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that these were just like, that these were on the ground and our units would be able to move through them, but apparently not the case. Everybody's stuck on them. And as I was saying, yeah, there was a point in the Mazda Mundi campaign where Zlak got stuck in a circle of a bunch of high elven pots, and he couldn't move out of them. And they're just like these tiny little pots for flowers or, I don't know, or just something, some kind of decorations. Ooh, the sky looks absolutely magnificent here. I really do get distracted by a lot of things. Yeah, same sort of thing happened, and it's a little bit hilarious that Nkari can step over those tiny destroyed wheels of chariots. Man, look at all these demon nets, damn. We certainly have a lot of them, and I guess the enemy has a lot of them as well, because we are moving to the second point now, and in fact, let's speed this up a little bit while we walk towards them, and there we go, Nkari's back into the fight. We're going to send them at the enemy Seekers, because they're obviously a little bit more of a threat than the regular demonettes are. At the very least, while we cannot pick the other, while we cannot pick our forces fighting the other forces out from each other, we can at least pick Nkari out from everybody else, because he's unique. And we can watch him kill things. Too bad we don't have blood to watch him kill things, but it's okay. I guess we'll save the corn campaign for when blood is out. Alrighty, and the rest of our army is not quite in here, but almost. I guess we could watch them charge into each other at the very least. We can tell who's who by virtue of who's moving in which direction, if nothing else. There we go, we got some hard seekers moving in, and the enemy has their own seekers as well. And oh wait, those are striders. Those are hell striders. Marauders. Huh. Well, they should have been using Seekers, because, yeah, this is not going to go well for them, especially with our Fiends and our Heart Seekers here. Nkari in the background is still killing us. Oh, and I just realized these things are like steps leading up to this this structure, so I guess the statue thing is not just a statue, but a structure as well. Anyway, it looks like the second capture point is ours already. Everybody, well, everybody destroyed each other really quick. Go figure, right? Yeah, I guess that's one of the issues with Slaaneshi fighting Slaaneshi. They smash into each other, and it's glass cannon versus glass cannon once again, as I was talking about with regards to the Furies earlier, and they all die really quick. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up once again until the second wave starts. We are once again also going to build up a bunch of towers, and here we are. Second wave's at 96% just by virtue of the towers firing on them. And yeah, some of the towers that were built in the other direction are also able to fire, although some of them appear to be smacking into this weird thing. This weird spiked tentacle thing. Oh, we got more of these crabby claws. Actually, these things are all over the place, aren't they? Interesting. Interesting, and I don't remember what you were doing out here, Cultist, but come back. And oh yeah, see, these are Seekers, they're even cav. They are taking so much damage to our towers. Imagine if this was a Legion of Chaos tower. They would have taken no damage whatsoever. I hate those damn hell cannon towers that they've got so much. Alrighty, well, our cultist is gonna fight them a little bit. She's pretty good. We've seen her melee and, well, general stats, and I'm not really worried about her getting killed very easily. And there we go, more enemies charged in with their Seeker Chariots, and Nkari brought them down. Now there are some Demonettes that dared to favor the Courtesan over Nkari himself, and I don't think that can stand. Nkari is going to make sure that they all regret these actions. And there we go, enemy Seekers charging in, but we do have our own Heart Seekers in reserve, although some of them have moved in and killed a few units. I do tend to keep the Chariots, or the Hellflayers, which are Chariots, as well as the Heart Seekers in reserve as much as possible, just to prevent them from getting hurt, because obviously they're not designed for pitched battles, and the unfortunate thing about these... oh, these guys are gonna get charged in the side a little bit. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about the various Demon Prince Soul battles is that there really is not any room to maneuver. So you're sort of... you get a lot of benefits from taking a lot of ranged units and like a bunch of wall armored defender sort of units together. Not a lot of, you know, quick cav and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, in theory, we could go around like this and hit these guys in the back, but honestly, by the time we do, these guys would be dead because they're just getting here, and most of them are already dead. Is that an enemy Fiend unit, or is that our Fiend unit? Oh, it is an enemy Fiend unit, cute, and it looks like it got through those towers okay, but it ain't gonna get through our units okay, that's for damn sure. Nkari's bringing down even more chariots over here, and this portion of the battle looks to be just about over. We also have a Helm of Discord going down on this side as we countercharge the enemy, both with our Heartseekers, our other unit of Fiends, and our Allurus. And there we go, with that tower support, no problem. Hopefully you guys can tell at least partially what's going on. Just once again, judge by who's looking in what direction. And there we go. Looks like the wave is down to 2%, and the next wall of flesh should be dropping immediately. There we are, and on to wave 3. Now, I do like the fact that this particular map is fairly asymmetrical, as in it isn't just like the center. Well, I guess this place is sort of central. The center and then another entrance to the center, but rather to the sides like this, and then going down here. And I really like this waterfall and the sky. Realm of Slaanesh is pretty nice, you gotta admit. Alrighty, anyway. Let us once again speed this up as we gotta get our armies situated and getting ready to attack and take that third point. Oh, and it looks like one of our towers can actually hit the enemy, although it looks like some of those shots are getting blocked by that waterfall and whatever. And here we go. Nkari immediately jumps in. Oh, and now Nkari has both the weapons and armor upgrade. I'm going to charge him at the Keeper of Secrets, and he immediately goes down by about 25 to 33% HP, and now he's at half HP. And we also used a bunch of debuffs on him. And look at this. Melee attack 2, melee defense 0, armor 5. There you go. No other Keeper of Secrets is allowed to be here, only Nkari. Who's the favorite now? Damn it, I should save that for when the Courtesan is dead. I feel like they should have made like a sync animation where the little shoulder claws that the Keepers of Secrets have would, like, you know, try to snip at each other or do like a little mini duel, and there we go. Down goes that Keeper of Secrets. The regular arms of the Keeper of Secrets would be fighting each other, but then so would the claws up top. I feel like that would have looked pretty cool. But I guess then there would be too many interactions of like on like. Although it would have made like battles a little bit less annoying. And there we go, Nkari's right in the middle of everything. He does not care. He may have very little armor, but because of that ability of his that resurrects or regenerates his health, as long as he's killing units, and as long as there isn't something crazy attacking him, he'll be just fine. Adding some blood to these purple perfume waters. It may be like battles, but this particular location is pretty damn cinematic just because of the locale and the map itself. I am enjoying it immensely. Alrighty, let's take a look at what's been going on here. Nkari basically unhurt, though he was in the middle of all that, and duel the Keeper of Secrets. There were a few other units, a few other regular or exalted demonettes defending here, but they fell without much problem either. And I guess once again we're going to speed this up a little bit until we can get to wave 3. There we go. And I'm going to slow it down because we're about to get the cutscene. So here comes the Courtesan.
The Courtesan appears. We must kill this demon prince and take their soul.
Alrighty, there we are, and the Courtesan is here, but we have our own Keepers of Secrets that we have summoned to support Nkari. He needed some minions, and also on top of that, we were able to summon 2 units of Soul Grinders, which we are using as anchoring points for our battle lines that are going to just guard the location while all the demonettes stand behind them and get ready to support them. And same on this side, we got both locations with a Soul Grinder each, and then the rest of our army supporting. Then Nkari is going to wait over here until the enemy Courtesan lands. Let's take a look at what you look like. Man, yeah, I've really been finding that the demon princes don't look nearly devoted, I want to say, enough. Like I made this comment before that the Nurgle demon prince, the gardener, doesn't look Nurgle-y enough, and I feel like the Courtesan does not look Slaanesh-y enough. Although I think the Gatekeeper is fairly cornate, unless I'm mistaken. Although I could be wrong, but once again, I really, really like that arm. Gotta steal that arm somehow. Yeah, you need more Slaanesh-y stuff. I'm actually surprised that, considering the fact that we have demon princes with the with those Slaanesh-y blade arms, that the Courtesan doesn't use those as part of his thing. But oh well. There he comes. Nkari's just waiting for him. In fact, if he's going to drop down and face Nkari, we're going to move the Keepers of Secrets out. There we go. Nkari may not have the chain sword anymore, and thus does not have that minus, or that 3,000 damage that he used to have, but he's still pretty damn decent, especially with a decent number of buffs. 1.1k and 131 melee attack, 1.3k now with that with those various buffs. And yeah, 1.3, 1.5k, there we go, that's the final buff. Pretty damn decent. And it looks like the enemy, right after dropping in on Nkari, got hit a few times. Did like no damage to Nkari whatsoever, but lost about 15% of his HP. And if he's going to run, then he is going to suffer, because we're going to send the rest of our Keepers of Secrets in to help out with this. Did we need to? No, I was fully confident that Nkari could beat him one-on-one, but once again, if he's not going to fight one-on-one, or rather he's going to try to run away to engage some of our other troops, right? So we might as well kill him with everybody together. All the Keepers of Secrets together, there we go. Alrighty, and another one being summoned out of a Chaos Gate as well from our Cultist. So we'll have 4 Keepers of Secrets, counting Nkari. Yeah, the Courtesan, on the one hand, probably bit off more than it could chew. However, I mean, these are Slaaneshi demons. If anything, they're probably enjoying those. And there we go. Let's see how much damage you've taken already. Yeah, you're down to about 25% HP, and you are not along for this, well, sort of world. If only you could get these guys to then serve you, but oh well. Alrighty, but regardless, as I tried to say earlier, when the... I don't remember when, but earlier in this battle, from Nkari's perspective, who's the favorite now, Slaanesh? Especially if he couldn't defend your Dark Palace there. Also, I feel like once again, the edifice itself is a little bit small, wouldn't you say? Maybe it's just me. Although I suppose it could be bigger on the inside, but yeah, just I was thinking, considering the Brass Citadel and considering the mansion of the Plague God, that, oh, one of our, oh wait, I think that was an enemy Keeper of Secrets, or maybe it was ours, I don't know. What I was saying was, considering those, they look a little bit small. I would have once again been expecting an effect like, I don't know, the Mountains of Madness sort of thing, where there's a giant palace and then there's an even bigger palace behind it that's just ludicrously large, and it's impossible. Like, this does not seem all that impossible. Like, if you told me that this edifice exists somewhere in the Chaos Wastes, rather than in the Realms of Chaos itself, I'd be like, yeah, sure, okay. I could see some Slaaneshi Corrupted Citadel looking like that. But anyway, got a little bit of work out of our soul grinders as they held the line, and the battle is over 0%, and it looks like the Courtesan went down real easy. You heard me. Alrighty, once again, a fairly easy take of another Demon Soul, but what I do know, after all that, is that I really want that damn armor. Oh man, I gotta figure out, if anybody knows what the name of that particular right arm piece is, or possibly there's an equivalent left arm piece is, I'd really, really like to see it on my Demon Prince. I definitely haven't seen one that looks like that thus far. but I like it. Anyway, I always feel like the Nkari / the Slaanesh force has the easiest time with these battles by far, or at least as I've experienced thus far, and the reason for that seems to be because Nkari, or the Slaanesh forces, towers, they're really strong. They're ridiculously strong. In fact, they're pretty much stronger than any of the other towers I've encountered so far. I guess that's by virtue of the fact that, well, we don't have range, and we don't have armor, we might as well have good towers on Slaanesh, right? I guess that's the reasoning there. Also, look at the damage on our Heartseekers, 18, 20, 27, and 19k. Pretty damn good and much better than anybody else, although I gotta say that the Exalted Demonettes did fairly decently. Ironically, the Hellflayers have not been providing too much value, but I was keeping them relatively safe, and honestly, against an enemy Slaanesh force, it's probably not that great to go with your Hellflayers anyway. And ooh, 300 devotees. Well, we'll take that and get ourselves another free cult, which means even more devotees. Gotta spend devotees to make devotees.
Ursun is not dead. The bear still clings to life. Of course, God blood to break a curse.
Too long. I was imprisoned in shadow. Finally, my flesh returns.
Flesh to tear, little demon. When I am free, you will know the wrath of a god.
The bonds of the Forge are strong, and you grow weak. Our journey is not complete.
The Lord of Shadows is a shadow no more. With his curse broken, he can pursue his burning desire to enact revenge and dominate the world.
Alright, I gotta say, Urson is pretty adorable. Oh man, every time he does that little animation of his, his like nose moving, I don't know, it just looks so damn adorable. We need to get Urson as a pet. What's his face? Nkari. How did I I got distracted, clearly. Nkari needs to get Urson as a pet instead of killing him or getting his sorrow or whatever. It's an adorable pet. Anyway, there we go, quest successful, and though there are 7 turns remaining in the rifts, I don't think we have time to go into another one, and on top of that, although I suppose, wait, are we able to traverse another one and then just, Now I'm thinking, kill another army, but unfortunately, this one closed as we came back through it, which is, I guess, the issue, because we've closed all the other rifts.
Good. Another soul is ours, contained within the Tome of Fates. It would be much easier if we could collect the essence of any demon, but a true soul only comes from those with mortal origins. That is why we must slay demon princes, for their soul stuff, no matter how wretched, comes from a creature that was once mortal. So, to complete this great task, we must hunt down 2 more demonic princelings.
Will do, buddy. Will do. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do it next time because I think I'm going to have to call this episode. I have no idea how long each of these episodes is, i.e. the ones that we fight for a Demon Prince soul, simply because of the fact that I have no idea how long I will take to comment over that particular battle. Thus, ooh, also, hello. I'm glad I noticed this right now, because you're going for Black Rock, aren't you? Which means you, just before I forget, Felikish, need to go back here and probably defend it. In fact, we might even have to send Nkari down, since you're moving with two factions. And you ain't gonna peace out, eh? Oh, have you destroyed our Demons of Chaos allies? Huh. They haven't quite destroyed them, but they are, it looks like, going to ignore them in favor of attacking us. It looks like Kislev, the various Kislevite forces or factions do get pretty strong, generally speaking, and I think they do get pretty strong in pretty much every campaign that I've seen thus far. Interesting. But yeah, unfortunately for them, Nkari is back, and I really don't see them beating his force, if nothing else. Damn, I wanted to send Nkari up here to take care of this together with Felikish, but if you're going to bother us, that's going to be an issue. Also, on top of that, Death Axe's Monolith, if these guys start sailing out here, we might want to delete this Eternal Mirror here and replace it with a... with a defensive structure. Oh man, I would have preferred not to have to do that. I thought that we had a pretty good location, but apparently not the case. Anyway, that's a problem, I guess, for next time, wherein we will probably defend against those guys, kill them with Nkari, and ooh, also gotta get Nkari to a location where we lose that Taint of Slaanesh. So Infernius is pretty close, but we can move all the way down to Blackrock, which is also a capital. And that would fix it as well. Because we haven't built anything nearby, and I think it's a choice between Infernius, which we can't reach in one turn anyway, and Blackrock, where we have to go down to defend it as well. And I feel like these armies might be a little bit too strong for Felikish's force, because after all, her force is still very, very much basic. Anyway, once again, that's going to be a problem for next time, as well as possibly the attack at the Broken Wheel, if we can manage to get there, as well as, well, we got to set up some cults, and then spend some devotees to actually build some cult buildings, and all that sort of fun stuff as well. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. Slaanesh praises you.